Hello, geometry students. It's Mr. Hobbig again. We're practice day. We did it. We're almost through this unit. I think I had the camera wrong a little bit last time, so I apologize. There's a couple problems where you had to wait till later on. We're gonna try and pay close attention to that this time. Uh, okay, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna do practice. This going over the whole unit in one fell swoop. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're going to find the value of this variable. Well, things are congruent. When things are congruent, their measurements are equal. So you can say they're equal. Easy. 4x minus 5 equals 3x plus 7. Right? We can say that our congruent parts are equal here. 2x plus 5, that's some other thing. We don't even know what that is. Subtract the 3x from both sides. Just kind of letting y'all do the algebra ahead of me here. Okay. Add the 5. And x is going to be 12. Okay, easy. We're going to find the measurement of CBE. CBE, that's this angle. Okay, how am I going to find this angle? Well, we got parallel lines here, so that's a good sign. Congruent sides, that means isosceles. So if these are isosceles triangles, what does that mean? It means our base angles are congruent. These are congruent because this is an isosceles triangle. All right, what else do we know? Well, if these are congruent, and we got parallel lines, guess what I got here? C angle, got C angles. Are the top and bottom parallel? They are. So that means this guy is the same as D. B and D are congruent. So that means, so we're going to use isosceles triangles. You don't have to write this stuff. I'm just showing the justification. And then alternate interior angles proves that angle B, CBE, CBE is also 28 degrees. All right, easy peasy. These equilateral triangles are equiangular. Do you remember what all these three angles are supposed to be? It was in your warm-up. All three of these angles are meant to be 60 degrees. So if they're all 60 degrees, then so is 5y minus 15. I feel like we did this exact problem before. Add 15 to both sides, you get 5y is equal to 75. Divide by 5. And y is 15, excuse me. Okay, pretty easy. Okay, they give us a congruence statement. Identify the congruent corresponding parts. So remember, the letters are corresponding. The corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So what is corresponding? What RS, what is corresponding on the other triangle? Well, this is number 1 and number 2 and number 3. This is number 1, 2, 3. RS is going to be with NO. Angle P, come over here. P was 3, so come over here. Number 3 is T. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Okay, let's scroll down a bit. Number 6. Okay, set up the ratio of the side lengths of the triangle. 2 to 3 to 5. And they give me a perimeter. So here you need to know what perimeter is. You add up all the lengths of the sides. Okay, that means 2 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 15. Except this isn't 15, this is 10, right? So we need to multiply these by some number to get to 15. Combine all that, you get 10x is equal to 15. Divide by 10. X is equal to 3 halves. Okay, is that the answer? No. We're looking for the shortest side. Do you think that's the 2x, the 3x, or the 5x? Or the 2, the 3, or the 5? It's the 2x. 2 times 3 halves. That's equal to 3. Hope that made sense. Basically, whenever you get this stuff, if you can like add them all together and it equals something, then you put an x in front of all of it and then combine them all, divide by whatever. Just like we did. Okay, solve each proportion. You can cross multiply. 16 times 4 is equal to 12 times x, or 12x. Okay, 16 times 4 is 64. Divide by 12, and you got 16 thirds, I guess, or 5.33. That's it. Okay. What about over here? We're going to cross multiply again. 35 times 18 is equal to 6x. Number sense trick. You're going to double and a half this. Double the 35 to 70. Half this to 9. 70 times 9 is 63. Add a 0. It's equal to 6x. Divide by 6. And you get 105. Okay. Pretty straightforward. What's the length of BD? Stuff's congruent. BD. Hey, what? How would I find this? BD. Well, if this is 15, guess what? BC and BD are congruent. This is a perpendicular bisector. How do I know that? It's equidistant and makes a perpendicular line. Okay. So if this is 15, this is 15. So what's the length of BD? It's 15 plus 15, or 30. Number 10. Measurement of PQS and RQS. Notice how a lot of this has to do with understanding what the name is. Understanding how things are named is extremely important in geometry. It's very true with angles as well. So PQS is this angle. The measurement of PQS and RQS are, I don't know. So we know these are 90-degree angles. We don't really know what they are, so I guess we'll just say are equal. I guess that's what it's saying. It's testing us to see if we know what's going on. This is an angle bisector. That's what this funky little kite shape makes. Makes an angle bisector. I know it's an angle bisector because these are congruent. That's the only reason. The P and R are equidistant from S, if you forgot that term. Okay, so what is the measurement of PQS if, okay, what's PQS if RQS is 76? Okay, well, if this is 76 and they're equal, then it's 76. Okay, given that the measurement of SRT, okay, so we're over here now. This is also an angle bisector here. Given that the measurement of SRT is congruent to the measure of URT, no, it isn't. It's equal. But whatever. The angles are congruent. Find UT. Okay, well, it's equidistant, so these are congruent. Stuff's congruent. Look, AAS. We have this side as well. This is AAS. So we know this already. We know these are congruent triangles. Anyways, stuff's equal, so 47. Find each measure using the mid-segments. Okay, so if you don't remember, mid-segments are half the length. Keep that, keep that up there. Mid-segments are half the length of the side they're parallel to. And they go from midpoint to midpoint. So there's a lot of dividing by 2 or multiplying by 2 going on in this one. Find the measurement using mid-segments. Okay, so HI is right here. HI is going to be congruent to these two parts. Or HI is half of ED. So it's going to be half of ED. So that's going to be half of 18.2, which is 9.1. What about GE? GE is congruent to HI, so. All right. Oh, I skipped one. Let's go to 14. FD. F to the D. Okay. This is congruent to these. So if this one's 17.5, it's going to be 2 times HG. 17.5 times 2 is 35. Okay, now let's do some angles. Just the bigger side is times 2, the smaller side. That's it. Remember, it has to do with the parallels. Okay, so because it has to do with parallels, we can find angles as well. HIF, HIF, that's this angle. So they only gave us one angle. So what's the relationship here between these two? Are they the same? Probably. These are parallel to each other. So that means Z angles. Wow. So those are going to be 58. It's a tiger noise when you say Z angles. Heck yeah. All right, what about HGD? Okay, well, these are parallel too. So HGD is this angle here. This angle and 58 are actually supplements. So you can do 180 minus 58. And that's going to give you 122. Same side angle, same side interior. I don't know. It's not as catchy. What's the measurement of angle D? That's this one. I don't know. Well, we know this is parallel to this. So what happens here? What's going on here? Guess what? They're parallel to, they're congruent as well. So that's going to make this one 58 as well. That's corresponding angles. You really got to know that crap. You know, the corresponding angle, the alternate interior, the alternate exterior, the same side interior. It's pretty handy. It's like, I mean, if you ever want to build anything, it's pretty useful. Write the angles of DEF in order. Okay, from largest or smallest to largest. Okay, so big angles make big sides, small angles make small sides. So the smallest side is made by the smallest angle. DE is made by F. So the angle makes the opposite side, determines how big the opposite side is. So F is the angle that's opposite DE. So measurement of angle F is less than. Okay, 2 is less than 2 1/8, so D is making that one. And that's going to be less than the angle that makes the big one. Measurement of angle E. Okay, pretty straightforward, pretty easy, pretty peasy so far. Write the sides in GHI in order from shortest to longest. Okay. So shortest to longest, we're going to need to figure this one out. How many degrees is this guy? Well, it's going to be 180 minus 59, minus 61. That's going to be, just give you guys a chance to figure it out, 60 degrees. Okay, so which side is the biggest? Oh, shortest, excuse me. Well, it's the one made by the small angle, 59. IH is less than the 60, GH. Remember, the angle makes the opposite side. That's less than what? 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 Well, it's less than GH. H. That's IG. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I don't know. I think I gotta zoom in real hard for this because I don't know how I'm gonna do it without zooming in real hard. So we're gonna figure out whether these triangles are possible or not. Okay, 5, 6, and 11. Okay, can this exist? So you add the two shorter sides, and it has to be greater than the longer side. Seeing a problem here. Is 11 greater than 11? No, it's not. It's just not, guys. Okay, what about this one? Add your two smalls together. Is it greater than your big? Is 27 greater than 21? Yes, it is. That's it. That's the practice day. Pretty easy, right? Not even hard. Get to work. You guys got this. Review tomorrow or review the next, whenever you're doing your review. It's the next thing. And then we got, I'm just going to kind of slowly scroll up here. And you got your test. Hope this made sense, y'all. Have an excellent day. Bye.